everybody, it is your girl Yamila, aka Yamz, aka YAMZINTHISBITCHFINNAGETLITWYAT. Where you at though? Where you guys at though? Okay, so today's video, I am gonna do a stripper Q&A video. Basically, what I did was I went on my Instagram and I asked everyone to ask me questions they've been dying to know about the stripper life. I got a ton of questions that I will just be going through. Yeah, we should get started in this video. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and also, yeah, period, that's it. Do you make good money during the holidays? Clubs are good on the holidays because even if it's like a family holiday, people be with their family, be with their friends, and then later at night, it's time to turn up because it's a holiday. So I do personally feel like holidays are good. Someone asked me, how is my dating life? Do you have a hard time finding guys who accept you? So, I don't have a relationship because of my preference. I'm not really looking for a relationship. I don't really care about a relationship. If a relationship comes, it comes. If it don't, it don't. I'm not pressed about it. I'm not worried about it. It's just not a priority. But if it comes, you know, if I find my soulmate, I'm gonna find my soulmate. Okay, I'm not gonna say no. But yeah, I'm chilling. What was it? Do you have a hard time finding guys who accept you? So, no, honestly, I don't. I feel like the people that don't accept me, then I just don't be around them. Like, if you're gonna be small-minded, if you're not gonna respect my hustle, if you are just destined not to understand me and what I do and what I'm really about, if you can't trust me, doesn't look like I don't make time for people who are destined to not understand me and not be on the same page as me. So I don't have a hard time finding guys who accept me because I'm not out looking, and two, I don't know, people fuck with me, so I personally never had a problem with it. What are the best nights to work? Weekends or weeknights? I'm trying to know. Okay, so I feel like weekends are always the best because they're weekends. Weekends are also known as going out, partying. What would you recommend for beginners? Like, start locally or travel? Definitely start locally, do not travel. I would recommend locally just because it's more on the safe side. You don't have to spend too much money. You got a home, hopefully, to lay your head out without spending extra money on food, spending extra money on hotel and flight. It's just so much you don't have to worry about, and it's just more on the safe side. Like, you know where you are at the end of the day. Traveling and dancing, there's so much more to worry about. Were you scared at first when you first started dancing? If so, how did you find your way? Girl, I was terrified. I was so terrified. The first time I ever went to the club, I've never been to the strip club, like, ever. And I'm over here already butt naked, shaking my ass, like, what the hell did I get myself into? I don't know. I have a full video of my first stripping story experience. But yes, I was scared as shit. I was nervous as shit. My heart was thumping. Bitch, I'm sweating. Woo! But I mean, when you see money thrown at you, you're like, okay, hold up. I can do this. I can really. What would you say to someone who is just starting out? I would say, be confident. Don't compare yourself to other bitches. And stay focused and stay motivated. You have to get nude at your club. Yes, my club is fully nude, but our manager isn't really that strict on it. How did I learn how to dance? So yes, so when I first started dancing, I didn't know shit. I didn't know how to dance. I barely knew how to twerk. I had no rhythm. The only way you learn how to be a better dancer is to sit and observe and practice. Sit and observe the other girls. What are they doing? How are they moving? Watch other YouTube videos. Watch the other girls that are dancing. Sit and observe and practice. Practice. That just goes towards everything in life. If you want to get better at something, you got to practice. What do you do if guys just watch and don't give money? We don't entertain them. Do you get tired of having to deal with men every day? I mean, for a certain point, yes, but when you are a dancer, when you do this for a living, you have to always look on the brighter side of everything. Like, everything's not always gonna be beautiful, glitter, and gold everywhere you go. You're gonna have a lot of raggedy ass shit happening in the strip club, a lot of disrespectful ass men in the strip club. You're gonna go through a lot of things in the strip club. And honestly, you just have to know how to look on the brighter side of everything. Think positive of everything. If you always think on the bad side and down on men, then your conversations with your customers and how you hustle with them isn't going to work out because you're having this negative mindset towards them. How do you develop confidence in yourself plus dancing? You just have to look in the mirror and be like, I'm that bitch, period. That's everything. Confidence is everything. Confidence is going to get in your money. Confidence is going to get in all your goals. Confidence is going to get everything you want in life. So how do you develop confidence? You have to look in the mirror every day and remind yourself why you are that bitch. You got to remind yourself why you're hella bottom. You got to remind yourself that you are not in competition with anyone else, period. Like, that's really it. It's daily reminders. It's daily confirmations. It's just daily self-love and taking care of yourself and realize that you are an amazing person. That's it. What's the best way to get a dance even when you're new and not as advanced as other dancers? So the best way to get a dance is literally just start talking to everyone. It doesn't matter how experienced you are to get a dance. I feel like one thing that a lot of new dancers do, well, even me too, when I first started off, if I just felt so intimidated by all the other girls because everyone's so good, everyone know all these pole tricks, and then you see these other girls going back getting dances, and you're like, what do they even say? What do they even do? Like, the only way you're gonna get a dance if you practice going up to customers, getting comfortable with them, talking to them, just have conversations, and they either like you or they don't like you. Like, that's really just it. Someone asked, do some men treat you like a piece of property? I get a lot of disrespectful people every day, but as an independent contractor, as a dancer, I get to choose who I want to talk to. So if you're going to disrespect me, then I'm not going to talk to you. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. You're not going to disrespect me. What are your favorite places to travel that you would recommend to someone? As a dancer, I barely traveled. I only traveled to Portland and to Miami to dance, and they're both okay. Have you ever slept with a customer? No, bitch. Do you approach the customer or wait to be approached? I approach the customers. Like, sometimes they approach you, but you never want to just sit there and wait for them to approach you. Like, that's not hustle, baby. That's being bougie. If you want the money, you gotta go and get it. The money's not always gonna come to you. Sometimes it will. Sometimes men do approach me and ask me, oh, can we go get a dance or something? But it's not gonna be that easy all the time. What is it like for a skinny stripper? To be a skinny stripper, it's kind of just like skinny, fat, white, Latino, Asian, anything. When you're a dancer, you just know that, like, it's not really like between skinny and thick, because you're gonna realize every single customer is different and have their own preferences. Not everyone has to be a thick girl to make money. But what's it like being a skinny stripper? I don't really look at myself like having the label of a skinny stripper. I'd say I'm more thin, but we make just as much as a thick stripper. Matter of fact, even more sometimes. Like, I don't even think it matters if I'm skinny or thick. I honestly think your mouthpiece will top higher than what your body size is. So that's just what I think. Someone said, how do you get your body and mind ready for the day? Makeup, hair, stretching. Well, honestly, sometimes, like, I'm a morning person. Sometimes I end up, like, waking up so early. A lot of the times, actually. And honestly, it's just me loving my life. Like, the only way that I truly feel like I can easily get up and get on the move and be on my grind every single day and keep things pushing and clean everything is I have to look forward to my life. I have to genuinely like my life. There's a lot of days, sometimes everyone gets depressed, sometimes everyone don't feel like getting up sometimes. And it's because we have something going on in our life, or we have something that's triggering us, or we just have nothing to look forward. But when you find your purpose, when you find something to look forward to, trust me, you are gonna be up. You have to find out what your purpose is and what's going to make you love your life to get up and go pursue whatever that is. Okay, let's see. Do females still strip while on their period? Yes, we do. We shove that tampon up our pussy and we cut the string and we dance. So have you ever thought about taking a break from stripping and having a family? Well, if I'm starting a family, then I ain't dancing. That's just me. I don't know. I'm in this fast life to get my money, and then if I ever do start a family, then I don't need to be doing this no more. What the hell? But that's just me. I can't speak for every other stripper. Every other stripper got a different story. Are you afraid of being exposed to an STD while working in any way? I'm not afraid. I make sure I clean myself like all the time. But I mean, the exposure is out there. I mean, I don't know who's dirty, who's clean, but you just gotta make sure you're clean. You gotta make sure you don't make contact with customers. You gotta make sure your pussy is wiped. A lot of the times you gotta clean your stage. Like, if you take care of you and what's around you, then baby, I feel like you should be good. Have I ever felt embarrassed or ashamed about your stripper life? Me personally, I've never been ashamed of anything I ever do in my life, just because I personally know why I start anything to begin with. So that was never something that I had a problem with, because I've always had that type of confidence. How do you learn the splits? I don't even know how to do splits, girl. No cap. I don't even know how to do splits yet, but I mean, yoga, stretching, Google it, YouTube. That's how you learn. What would you say are the worst and best parts about your job? So the best part is being your own boss and making as much money as you want to make, as much as you want to set your mind to. That's the best part. The worst part is dealing with ignorant ass people, smelly ass people, pimps, strip club drama. There's a lot of good highs, but a lot of lows as well. Has anyone ever asked you for anything feet related? Yes, they have. We get foot fetishes all the time. If you got the money, you can have these hoes all you want. What are your thoughts on double shifts? Draining. I'm doing one tomorrow. But I used to go hard on double shifts. Sometimes they're worth it, sometimes they're not. But let me tell you, double shifts are not for the weak. No, they are not. Have you ever stripped in Texas? No, I have not. Do you have a stripper Snapchat Prime? No, I do not. How do you deal with your sore feet and toes, girl? I suffer. Sis, I suffer too. How do I deal with them? I take them off. Like, that's how I deal with them. I take them off and I stretch my feet, and when I need to put them back on, I usually give myself, like, because sometimes I do double shifts and I wear those damn heels the whole day and my feet do cramp up, my feet do hurt. I mean, take your heels off for like 10 seconds, stretch, you know, walk around a bit and put it back on when you need to. I honestly, like, sometimes I like to take off my heels until my manager sees me and yells at me, and then I put it back on. But that's just me being a little bit lazy. Have you ever felt unsafe? So majority of the time, no, but I do feel like sometimes they're just really creepy ass customers, and there's been some tensions with like pimps coming in with their bitches, and like sometimes drama. There's been like a shootout before. Sometimes in this industry, you just gotta know what you're getting yourself into at all times and be very aware. But usually the club ain't that bad. Like, we got security, manager. They usually be on it. Like, if we ever felt uncomfortable, the manager would be like, y'all gotta get the fuck out. So boo boo. Before you started stripping, was being judged by others a concern for you? So honestly, I don't know. When I first started stripping, I wasn't even worried about what anyone thinks, because I feel like it's because I'm so sure of myself and I already know what I'm about. So anybody else's opinion didn't really bother me. Like, I don't know. When I first started stripping, that wasn't even a concern. To me, I'm just very spontaneous, open-minded. I just go do something and be sure of myself. Like, I don't give a fuck, who are you? You don't pay my bills, so that's how I look at it. Is stripping what you thought it would be, like money-wise and life-wise? No, it was not what I thought it would be. Like, I honestly had no idea what I was getting myself into. I've never been in this type of environment. Honestly, the perception of stripping, it's like completely different. People don't understand how much harder it is to be a stripper. People think the money is just so easy and we can just get it at any second of time, but it's really not. It's really, actually, you gotta hustle hard for it. It could be easy, but it's not always like that. Like, stripping is a real hustle, and people don't understand that you really have to hustle to get your money. How old did you start dancing? So I started dancing when I was 18. Where did you get your heels from? True to size? Yes, true to size. My heels, I get them from Yandy and I get them from Pleasers. pleasershoes.com. Do creeps follow you to your car after the club? No, that is what security and bouncers are for. So every time we leave the club, the security is required to walk you all the way to your car or wherever you're Ubered to make sure that you're safe, and for that specific reason, to be alert. Someone said, is it worth it and are you happy? I'm 100% very happy. I feel like all of you guys can tell through all of the videos that I've made within this entire year. And is it worth it? I do feel like it's worth it. Sometimes certain shifts are slow, but at the end of the day, I'm doing what I gotta do. I've been where I need to be, and I feel like it is worth it. Have you worked in Atlanta? No, I have not worked in Atlanta. Since I don't have a good mouthpiece, what should I do to make money? Improve your mouthpiece. Does every stripper need to have a nice body to be one? The answer is no, at least in Washington. I mean, you don't have to have like, there's this like perception of big boobs and a fat ass. I have none, and I still make my money. You don't have to have the perfect body, and I mean, you're your worst critic, so I feel like no woman thinks that they have the perfect. There's always some type of flaw we always try to pick on, but I mean, everyone's beautiful in their own way. There's always a customer, there's always someone out there that's gonna like you for who you are, so you don't have to have the perfect body, but you do need to maintain it and be presentable, okay? Common sense. Have you ever worked a minimum wage job? Yes, girl, I have. I was not always a stripper, okay? Let me tell y'all, okay, I used to work at the mall. I used to work 80 hours at the mall, and it still wasn't making the cut, even though it was $12 an hour, and Washington has a higher wage here. I sold cell phone cases for a minute. Girl, I worked at Pizza Hut for a minute. I worked at the Cheesecake Factory for a minute as a chef, and fired when the bitch was trying to train me because bitch, you got me fucked up. No, I was not having that. Where else did I work? I worked at a shoe store for a second, but then I quit within like a week. What's the worst night you ever had? So I wouldn't say like the worst night I ever had, but like money wise, girl, like tonight I didn't make shit. I made more money selling shots that I had from a bottle and some eyelashes. But girl, I've worked those shifts before and I ain't made shit but some tips and some change to buy a burger. How emotionally draining can stripping be? How do you handle bad clients? So how I handle bad clients is, one, I either walk away before you really piss me the fuck off and you really ruin my motherfucking mood, or two, I keep pushing it and make sure I get something out of you, because you're not gonna piss me off and I'm not leaving with $0. Like, you're gonna give me something. So I'm gonna keep hustling to give me some damn money. How emotionally draining can stripping be? Stripping can be so draining, like so draining. Like, you can have so many slow days, and just knowing the fact that you gotta go back tomorrow, like, oh my god. Like, it's really a mindset thing that you have to always stay positive. You have to be emotionally there. Like, you know, it's not even just working, but like other life problems happen, deaths happen, drama with family members happen. Like, there's a lot of things that can happen outside of the stripper world that you have to cancel out once you go inside the stripper world, because it will affect your money. And I think the worst time that I had was me being in a relationship, because when I had a lot of relationship problems and going to the club and trying to make some money was impossible. Like, I had a whole mental breakdown trying to talk to people. Like, I would have a tear drop down and I had to pretend like nothing was going on, because as a dancer, you're letting them getting rid of the problems, but little do they know about your problems. Like, it could be very emotionally draining. Like, when you go to a strip club, you have to be in the right mindset, because if you don't, you might as well take your ass home, because you're making no money with that negative ass attitude. No. How do you stay smelling fresh for long periods of time? So there's pussy spray, and there's also perfume, and then there's also deodorant, and there's also taking a shower, and it's also wiping your pussy after you are using the bathroom and your booty hole. Yeah. Oh, and like mouthwash and gum. It's a lot of things. Breath mints. Do you feel like stripping is harder if you've experienced trauma? It can if you let it. Like, it's mind over matter. How do you manage your period while you're dancing? I don't even like to work when I'm on my period. I usually don't. I would call off if I'm on my period, because I would have like a more heavier flow than usual. And girl, I'm not trying to lick in a customer even if I do have tampon on, because y'all know that happens if you have heavy periods. But I usually use the NuvaRing, which it helps me skip my period, so that's what I usually do. But if I do ever get on it, I usually just call off, because that's just not, I don't know. Someone said, if you get a boyfriend and he wants you to stop stripping, would you stop? By the way, you're the best. I actually did, for a moment, this guy that I really liked while I was dancing, I stopped stripping for him, and I feel like that was the stupidest thing I could have done, because one, you're stopping me from making money, and two, you just sound insecure and selfish. Like, would I stop for a boyfriend? No, but for my husband, you already know I'm down for him 100%. For a boyfriend, do you pay my bills? Do you pay my bills? Do you pay my bills? And do you pay my fucking bills? No. Debating if I should quit my day job. How did you do it? Know when to do it. To me, it was kind of easy, because when I started dancing, I was still living at my parents' house. So me not having to even have any money was an option, because my Asian mom would always provide for me, and I am very thankful for that. But I'd say for the people that have to rely on a job for an everyday basis, don't quit your job until you know how to really hustle and make your money and it's consistent. I'd say if it's consistent for a good 4 months, that you're making good enough, 5 months, if 4 or 5 months, if you're making good enough money on a daily basis, and you know for sure how to hustle and how to get your money, then don't quit your job until you know how to do it. So someone said, what's your biggest pet peeve about other dancers and managers? So my biggest pet peeve is when bitches don't mind their fucking business. What type of connections can dancing give you? Dancing can give you every type of connection you need. The amount of different people that come in the strip club is amazing. I'll give you some examples. Like, we have the mechanics, okay? We have the Microsoft people, okay? We have the actors, yes we do. We have the Seahawks players. We have people in the music industry. We have people in the entertainment industry. We have people that will fix your car. We have people that will give you massages. We have sugar daddies. We have doctors, lawyers, CEOs, big ballers. We have literally everyone goes in a strip club. What do I hate most about my job, if there is anything? So what do I hate? There's a lot. I could give you guys a list of things that I hate. But I'd say, what do I hate? Oh, I got it. So what I hate the most about stripping is having to dance on musty, crusty, smelly ass people. Some men and their dicks stink. Their mouths stink. They're musty. Like, why do you stink? Why are you in here? This man came in fresh out the gym. He came in fresh out the gym and he had the nerve to come and dance with me. And I mean, I'm here trying to get dances, so I ain't gonna say no. You just gotta hold your breath and throw that ass back and survive. Do you ever fear that stripping might have an impact on your future career opportunities? So in my direction, no, because I don't plan on ever working for anyone else. So I don't know how it will affect me. Maybe if someone is, I don't know, judging me, but bitch, then don't work with me. I feel like, no, I don't think so. So no, it's not, because I said so. People say, do you pick your own songs? Yes, we do pick our own songs. Where do you keep your money at while you're on the job so no one steals it? So we all usually have a money bag with us, and we carry that shit everywhere. Like, who are we gonna give our money to? We're an independent contractor. So we make our money, we put it in our bag, and we carry that bag everywhere. Like, it's our baby. Like, that is our prized possession. Do people try to steal your money? I mean, I've heard of people robbing strippers all the time, but that personally has not happened to me inside the strip club. Someone said, does stripping boost your confidence? 100%. So customers care if dancers have vagina hair. To me, I feel like real men don't care about vagina hair. This is just facts. That's honestly what I think. But majority of the girls shave, but there's some girls that don't shave, like, And we have like sometimes, you know, when hair just starts growing in, like it's natural. Pussy hair is natural. It's a natural thing. Some clubs require you to be fully naked mole rat down there. But some clubs, it's just like, yo, like a vagina is natural. Having pussy hair is natural. Some girls do have vagina hair on stage. Some girls don't. Some girls like me, I usually always like to shave because I like to keep clean. But I mean, in my opinion, real men don't care about pussy hair. Someone asked me how old I am. I'm 23 years old. Someone asked me if I ever got too turned at work. So I feel like there was a moment in time where maybe I got a little bit too lit, but I was like, okay, yeah, stop drinking, stop drinking, let's go get this money. Like, I haven't got too turned to the point where I'm like falling down, looking retarded, can't act, can't talk. Like, no, I'm straight hustle. Like, I handle my liquor very good. I'm never sloppy. One of my pet peeves is bitches who cannot handle their liquor. But I know how to handle myself. I carry myself very well. So I don't know. I haven't gotten too turned before. Like, I've only gotten lit to the part like, okay, yeah, you ain't drinking no more, bitch. I don't know. But that's it. How much do I make on a bad day? $0 fucking like tonight. Well, I feel like I've answered majority of the questions. I know this video was long as hell, but if you stay through the entire thing, boo, you are as real as it gets. So thank you. Shout out to you for being so real. Because what the hell? I don't know. Who's here watching to the entire video? Like, comment down below. Let me know if you're still here. Because if you're still here, you're a real one. Okay. But I think that concludes this video. I've answered majority of the questions that you guys have asked me. Again, if y'all don't know who I am, Yamz, just want to get like where you at though. And that will be the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, thanks y'all. Bye.